In this tutorial, we're going to look at how we can set up a Soundcloud account. If you do have a Soundcloud account, it would be nice to be able to publish directly to that. In this case, I do have an account and currently it's empty. But I've just made this lovely little podcast here and I would like to publish that to SoundCloud. So I use the publish tool. But currently there is no publish targets. We can easily fix that. We can go down here to the add a target. And here we can choose between different targets. We can do it as an MP3 podcast or an enhanced podcast, SoundCloud or LUFS. In this case, we're going to have a look at SoundCloud, but you can set up all 4 accounts if you like. The great thing about the publish tool is that you can publish to more than one destination at a time. But let's start with one. In this case, SoundCloud. Let's call it my SoundCloud. Now just press next. Here we can choose which file format we would like to use for the upload. In this case, we're going to use MP3 at medium quality. And down here is the interesting thing to see, which is a new addition to Hindenburg Journalist, which is loudness normalization. We can now loudness normalize to -16, which is the podcast standard. This means that all your segments will be normalized at the same level. Here you need to input your email for SoundCloud, add your password. You could even choose which kind of license that you would like to have on this piece. So all rights reserved, it's mine and I want it. And for sharing, do you want it to be public so everyone can see it, or private? I would like it to be private for now. And should it be downloadable? Should people be able to download it? Maybe they should. In this case, no. So all I need to do now is press finish, and I here have my SoundCloud account. Previously, I made this podcast. Now I want to publish it, so I just choose the SoundCloud account, because keep in mind I can have more accounts if I like. So I'm choosing my SoundCloud account, saying publish. Now Hindenburg's going to create the MP3 file that we assigned it to do before. And now it's going to start uploading to SoundCloud. And now it's all done. So we can close this. And if we now look in our SoundCloud account, we can see that the file is currently being processed. If we just wait a second, we can see if we can actually play it. Now it's a couple of minutes later and SoundCloud has been able to process the file that we just uploaded. So now we can play it.
I think that the Drake equation is truly an iconic equation.
Now the great advantage of the publish tool is that now we have already set up this account. So sometime later, I have created a new podcast. Now all I need to do now is go to publish again, choose my SoundCloud account and say publish. It is that simple.